right? People will ask when they first get in, like, how do you get into change your name? You change your name like right here. You would type in, I'll just put in something new. You can't use emojis, you can't use any of that stuff. So I'll just put a shift, not an X. I'll do an underscore, do shift GL. Like, if there was a way for us to add like emojis, like bees and stuff into the name, seriously, I wouldn't even have the hive in front of it. I just put a B after it, and I could put whatever name I wanted. Wow, that didn't. There you go. So it changed from Hive Isorod to Hive Isorod GL for global launch. So it's pretty easy. You can. There is no price to changing your name like VG and some of the other games where they would charge you either premium currency or in-game currency to change it. You can change your name anytime you want. Like on Halloween, in the first year of the beta, we all were playing characters from the series, the Boys. So mine used to be Mother's Milk. So that's one thing you can do. The first thing you have is the quest system. There's a tutorial quest system. There's dailies.
Did a full fix on
Don't worry,
weeklies,
I can get all.
Many seek the
campaigns,
Let us practice.
and there's companions. So the whole idea is you can do these quests to earn
Let's keep this snappy.
Shards and Dust. If you're wondering what Shards is, every time you complete a quest, you earn shards. There's a shard counter next to you to your quest list, and once it reaches 800, you can actually open up a new chest. So what happens is it's 800, you get a chest, you open it up. If you're wondering why I have so many, it's because since maybe 3 months before the beta dropped, I had all 108 items at the time completely maxed out and done. So there was no way for me to get anything from the chest besides nothing. So I didn't bother opening them. And I had that at 400,000 when they finally started giving Quints and started giving dust from the chest and giving you duplicates and so on and so forth. And instead of just giving you moon chests, they started giving you star chests. And the difference between a moon chest and a star chest is it gives you an item, it gives you dust, and it gives you a certain amount of Quints. 230 dust and 90 Quints. Moon chest can give you XP for 3 items. It can give you dust. It could give you Quints. So that's how it is. If you have stuff to upgrade, I have 0 things to upgrade. That's the thing. I maxed out everything, 107 of the items 5 months ago, 6 months ago, and then I got the final one, and I actually it got maxed out in less than a week because of a bug in the game. So that in under 4 days, that the last one I was missing was maxed out. So that's why quests like improve your gear with dust, I can't finish them until June 1st when they add in a few new items. Until then, I can't do anything with quests like that. Once I can upgrade this stuff with dust, that quest disappears. You'll notice what dust is. If you notice, there are 3 stuff listed at the top. The first one is a pile of dust, and that one says 900,000, 3,622. The reason my number is so high, once I maxed out everything, every time I started gaining dust or anything else, it just started piling on. And there's nothing for me to upgrade. So all I just do is just keep building it up. And the reason it got so big so quickly, there used to be dust boost. Also, you could take every item in the game and just bring them up with dust. I played most items in the game from level 6 to level 20. So that's how I basically got myself into the standing that you see there. And by the time I had leveled everything up, I had about 300,000, and then I just been building from there. So that's dust. The next thing is something called Quints, and what you see Quints is earned from opening star chest an astral chest, and you can buy gear in the Quint shop. I'll show you what the Quint shop is after this. And then this is Mark's premium currency available for purchase, and Dust is earned by from Ascension or by completing quests to be used to upgrade gear. That's all it does. It just upgrades gear. Shards, open up these free chests. You get shards through gameplay. You get shards through quests, and then you can open stuff up. So after you go through that, we'll go through the shop. This thing again. No, I don't want to buy followers. I'm good. Thing's so damn annoying. The next thing you'll see is, we'll just jump to the shop real quick.
For a shop in the sky.
So the shop has specials. The specials are sold for actual money, and these are the things that you can get. I'll have to look at them again to see which ones actually have the best value for players to buy, but from what we understand, these are not, unless you really want to get 4 masks for a specific stuff and you have a lot of money in your pocket that, man, it's burning a hole in it, you need to spend. That's you can get these things. Personally, no, 99 is too much. This pack over here at 49 for me is too much. This is a personal choice. People will say like, oh, these are really high. There are people who have bought these. There are people who spend a lot of money in the game during beta, so they're not as high as you think. They might be high for you personally. My other mechanic in my head is, it's a mobile game, and a lot of the stuff you get for free. Those numbers are things I wouldn't even spend for a AAA game on a console, and I used to play console games a lot. I wouldn't spend it on a PC game after I bought it. Like, if I bought the game for $49, I'm not spending another $49 to get stuff. That just doesn't make sense to me. It's not a bad thing. If you can afford it and you enjoy it, please do. I'm just trying to say, I don't know if these are the most effective ways to spend 99.
Riding on you, Chosen.
The Ancient Bundle
whatever I can.
gives you a brand new primal and a lot of gear in one shot. I've earned all of this for free. That mask was the last thing I've ever earned, and I earned that like 3 months ago. So it takes a while doing it manually, trying to get everything on your own and buying it. I don't know if they're selling the masks in the shops again through the Quint shops, but before this patch they were available. I haven't seen one yet. I have to ask if anybody who's been playing have seen one. So that's one of the things that we have to check. But ancient masks are variants of the primals that exist in the game, and you're able to get them in one shot and get the special ancient weapons that are also associated with them. So the ancient weapons here, it's called the Lumia Isia set. You get the Lumia Isia mask, you get Wing Sweep, which is her Lumia Isia power, and then you get Seeking Storm, which is the Lumia Isia relic. And then you get the Lumia Prodigal, which is a Lumia version of the Prodigal gun, and then you'll get the Lumia Arrival, which is the Lumia version of the Arrival gun. So it's pretty interesting. Everything in the Lumia set have variations. Right now, we find a lot of the players who've been beta testing find the Lumia Isia pack completely bugged, because when it was originally designed, Lumia Isia was supposed to have less health and hit less hard than the normal Isia. Currently, she's just flat out better. Everything in the Lumia Isia is just better than the plain Isia currently. It's something we keep putting in feedback, and we say like it needs to be fixed because it doesn't really make sense. You don't want it to be that if I buy this primal, it's better than the primal I can earn for free. You want it to be good, but you want it to be different. You don't want it to be just flat out better. So the next thing that you'll see in the shop, is going to be marks. Basically, you can buy premium currency right here. Because of all the deals that if you spend $99, you get such good stuff. I would never just buy. People say that it's better to just buy the 99 marks and just buy your stuff. I still think I'd rather get something like an ancient bundle for 99 before I would just go and just buy that straight. But after the ancient bundle, probably this is better than actually buying the big packs that they have in the specials. But again, it all depends on what you're trying to achieve, what you want
Not bad for
in
a
the game.
shop in the sky.
So daily, all of these things are in premium currency, and these are to help you get duplicates. I'll explain what they're for, but duplicates of weapons is a very important aspect in the game also. And then you have your weekly shop that's also in marks. And it allows you to buy duplicates and get good dust value and so on and so forth. Oh, I can actually buy. Wow, that's not that expensive. I thought that said 19,000. That's not expensive at all. Huh. Huh. Oh, that's not that bad. That's not bad at all. And then monthly, it goes back to dollars. You can buy yourself some Quints, 20% more. So you can buy it once a month. You can get a better Quint deal than the ones that you find inside special. You'll get a little bit more marks than whatever. So far, the only deal I can see me doing, realistically, maybe if once the money start rolling in through streaming, I could do that $9 one comfortably, because in my head, hey, it's not a big deal. But once we start going into $24 ranges and $49 ranges, mentally I can't spend a lot of money in one shot. If you were nickel and diming me, I'd probably spend a whole lot more. So I think they think this is a good price point. If they're making enough money with it, hey, do you guys, because I think it'd be nice to have some lower price points that people can actually still get there but spend money there. The other thing I'm waiting for, if they have battle pass and they start adding in quest and cosmetics and stuff like that for guns and for people, for characters and so on and so forth, yeah, probably I'll spend $10 for that, $7, whatever number they come up with, $7.99, $10.99, even $15, they could get me, because they'll probably have some value where you can get some Quints and Dust pretty easy, and you could also get maybe a few marks in it also, and then at the same time building up different gear looks and stuff like that. So to me, that's where the money's at. That is something I can do. It's sort of like playing a subscription, because I try to get it every month. But yeah, something like that. Like the thing I see people do is they sell the, yeah, it's down the line. If you look at the roadmap and stuff like that, I've been on a chat as a content creator. Cosmetics and those things, they're trying to get to the rank system first, and that's what they're really going to be working on. So cosmetics and all the other stuff, that's going to take a little bit of time.
Take your time.
So that's going to take a little bit of time to get. Same thing, custom players, custom matches. It's not as easy as a lot of people think. Spectator mode, which I think is real important, not as easy as a lot of people think. They're going to have to put time and effort into it, because honestly, even if you create a rank mode, I can play rank matches so people can see them, but I can't really commentate while I'm playing, because I have to keep focused and win. But if I have a spectator mode, I can actually watch people play the rank matches. If you have a custom room, you can invite a bunch of players to play, and then we can actually watch them play. So you can watch some of the best people play against the best people. So those are the concepts I think that are a little bit missing. Then there's something called the Starlit items. Starlit items rotate every week, and what happens is they become items that are inside chest and astral chest, but they pop out 30% more than anything else. Nock is legendary, right? Yeah, she's legendary. Epic. Ring of the Veil's epic and epic. So the idea is when people say like, oh, Nock is legendary, that means she's better than all the primals. No, that's not what legendary, epic, rare, and common mean in this game. What those mean is when it's about their drop rates. Everybody's like, oh, they shouldn't have called them these and whatever, but I'm just like, all they just did was showed you the drop rates of these items with those names. So legendary doesn't mean better. Legendary just means harder to get. Epic means harder to get. Rare means harder to get than common. Epic is harder to get than rare, and legendary is harder to get than epic. That's all it means. It doesn't mean they're better, because there's some legendary gear in here that I would not play. So
I swear I saw
don't
that
confuse yourself.
yesterday.
Legendary is easier to infuse, and I'll go over that also. Astro Chest, the way those works is they tell you the drop rates of Astro Chest and Star Chest. Astro Chest gives you 5 items, a lot more dust and a lot more quints. Star Chest gives you 1 item, dust and quints. And the starlit items continue that way. Yeah, what's up, man? Yeah, this is the easiest way to get mask and gear. You wait for the stuff that you want, and then you start spending the quints, the marks in here to try to get them. Or the other way for you to get things really quick, so you don't have to spend all that time or money if you don't have it,
All eyes on
but
you.
you have a lot of time, is through Ascension. And let me show you where Ascension goes. I am the second highest person in Ascension in the game. The person with the highest Ascension in the game is named DearestLaw. He's number 1. I'm number 2. Who's number 1? You're number 6. It has to do with a show I used to watch. So the way Ascension works is it starts off very low and very easy. You play a game or two, pop. Ascensions are just hopping up out. Ascension gives you a lot of free gear, gives you a lot of dust, it gives you duplicates, gives you mass, it gives you all the things you want. Ascension also unlocks modes. The funny thing that we've always said in the game is the modes they unlock don't logically make sense to us, because there's certain order to the way things should be unlocked. They don't unlock the way they should. They unlock Hydra, which ain't an easy mode to play. Just being straight with you. Hydra is more complex than Slayer. Slayer is a straight up death match. Hydra is a 3-way to win match. It's not easy. Should not be second. Just saying. The next thing they unlock is Coliseum. Coliseum is your PvE mode. That should be second. You don't even fight anybody. You're able to fight against what do you call it? You're able to fight against just NPC mobs, and you get to test out gear. It ain't hard. When they originally brought it out, they're like, oh, it would be very difficult to do by yourself. By the 4th play, actually the 1st play, I finished it by myself. And then you play it, you're playing more as a speed run. One of the simple things they can add to make Coliseum fun is a speed leaderboard. How fast can you complete Coliseum? And just let us track that. If they did that simple little thing, Coliseum would be super, super fun to play. But they don't even have that. It's a fun mode. The voiceovers in it is really cool. But honestly, if you ain't testing a build or you're not finishing a quest, some people don't even play it. But I like PvE, and I like challenging myself. Must get like 3 stars in every event. So those are the things. Supposedly level 30, but I don't even notice it. Like, I know how to play my build. If you're playing against strong, normal players, like veteran players, the newbie buff kind of evens out. It's about the same. It just makes them hit you harder and take less damage. And then by around level 30, it completely fades away. It's up to them to survive. But if you really think about it, if you're playing veterans with a really strong build that they're really good at, the newbie buff is the equivalent. It kind of is. And what you'll find out is most people who are brand new to the game, they can't even hang. Why can't they hang? They think the game is run at you shooting. That does not work with every weapon. That does not work with every build. Some builds are designed for that. Shotgun builds specifically. They're good for running in and shooting you. But if I'm playing a build that counters you by slowing you down, or a build that basically increases my speed, and I also have something to slow you down, you ain't ever gonna catch me. Or I have something like Volatile Minds, as you run towards me, you're exploding for 2,000 damage. You're also not gonna win. The idea is you have to play around the person. You can't just say, oh, I'm stronger with my gear, so I should just win every match. That's not what happens here. That's why no matter how many times people say it's pay to win, no, it's pay for getting gear, right? Getting gear and even leveling up the gear fast. People think level 20 means something. It's 40% more damage. While it's nice, I played most gear from 6 to 20 with no boost. And I played it against people who dusted their stuff super high so they could actually have it at its max level. I was beating them consistently, comfortably. like if you're saying beating, I don't need to beat you 1v1 in PvP. That's not what I care about. That doesn't mean anything. I want to win the mode. And I was playing low level gear and I always won. So that's the point. Knowledge trumps gear. The gear levels. Knowledge trumps, what do you call it? All the gear you got. If you don't know how to use the stuff, you don't know how to use banner systems or any of that stuff, I don't care what you buy. I'll give you $1,000. You ain't gonna win. And the key is right now is they're working on balancing out the matchmaking. They wanted to get the game out. That's not what they focused on. So yeah, you'll see really high levels with still low level people. But as the months and the updates come in, it should start weeding people out and spreading them out across from each other. Funny thing is, everybody who starts the game is, this game's too easy, it's super hard, whatever. No, what they did is they started you with bots, right? Back in the day when I first got into this beta, they put me in with people who've been playing 2 to 3 weeks ahead of me. All that happened was there wasn't even protections when you spawn. So we were spawn camp. People would stand in front of the spawn points and just kill you minutes after minutes after minutes. So first thing I had to figure out is, what's the other way to get out of here? That was one. Part two is, what weapon are they using? So I'm going to get that weapon. I'm going to spank them so I can get out. Those were the answers. Would you prefer to be spawn camped and killed over and over and over again? Or would you like to have some fun learning the weapons and being able to play a little bit against bots so we can figure out how good you are so we can know when to start letting people in to play against you? That's the choice. The people who claim that it's too easy, if they let me play a game with you and I curb stomp you, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't want to play. So take the win, get good, and move forward. Stop complaining about, oh, I can do a lot of kills. Play PUBG for the first time. 6 first matches are bot matches. So you can get winner chicken dinners. Were you complaining about that? Not necessarily. I think that's the thing. There used to be a way for you to identify bots super easy. They didn't have the 4-player code after it. They should go back to that. Because the easiest way to identify a bot right now is they're between 2 and 20. There is no level 1 bots. That's just a fact. And there is no bot over level 20. That's another fact. Right? Let people know. And let players be able to tell you, go into the leaderboard, click on the name. If it does not have a pound number after it, it was a bot. Or how about just call them IsoRod bot, Satoshi bot, or just put bot after all their names. It's not a big deal. We know they're bots. There's no reason to hide it. And the funny thing is, new players who don't really understand the game, you just assume they're bots because they play like bots. The funny thing is, as you get higher in levels, the bots become nightmares. They become as bad as players. So if you're in a game in a 1v2 and you're a high level person, the bots are an extra 2 players, so you're like playing a 1v4 because the bots hunt you down like people. Sucks, but that's what it is. Yo man, what's up? So the Ascension, you'll get a bunch of stuff. Once you get into the higher levels, once you pass like 30, this is why I say that's where the newbie buff ends. You start getting astral chest and star chest and crazy dust drops and so on and so forth. You'll also pick up at level 50, you get yourself a Jenks. And if you play long enough, I think she's at a level 100. No, 75. You get yourself a knock. And the idea is, this is one way to do it. But as you start getting up higher in numbers, your Ascension is going to costing you more. Once you reach around 118, Ascension's around 40,000 per level. I'm at 100. Let's go where I'm at. I'm at 125. That number is at 36,000. It started at 47,000. It's really freaking high. So the thing is, it takes me way longer to move one level again. As you get higher, the only cool thing is, before it used to be exponential growth. That number might have been like almost 80,000. So what they decided to do is it moves by around 980 per level, about 1,000 per level. So every level I go, I'm gonna jump to the next level is gonna be about 48,000. The level after that is gonna be about 49,000. Level after that, 50, 51, so on and so forth. It ends at 150. What's probably going to have to happen is when DearestLaw hits it and I hit it, because we hit them faster than everybody else, what's going to start happening is we're going to have to eventually, they're going to either have to add more, or that's where the battle pass comes in. Yeah, that's why I'm going through the modes. I have a video on my YouTube channel that I made here. It's also on my Twitch channel. It's called How to Play Eventide. I actually put thumbnails on some of the content that I want people to look at more than anything else. If you look through them, you'll actually see the banner that says How to Play Eventide and In Practice and through Diagram. So it's been updated with the new current version. I'll post those again inside the chat, and just so let people know, they can go over that to figure out how to play them. It tells you the different modes. It tells you the win states, so on and so forth. While I'm playing, I'll go over that too. But these are the ways you can go through it. You can grind your way through it, or you can throw money at it and speed up the grind, get items quicker, get dust quicker, but you ain't getting Ascension quicker. The only way to get Ascension is by playing. So if you wonder why DearestLaw is at 134, right? DearestLaw started almost 7 or 8 months after me. DearestLaw bypassed me in about like 3 months. So I was the highest level in Ascension, and then this dude outplayed me. And here's the number: DearestLaw has played over 21,000 games. That's how much he's played. No, he's played. And the difference is he played Slayers. Slayers were always 5 minutes long. So I used to play Eventide more. It's just the one I tend to play more. Every one Eventide match is equal to 7 Slayer match. No. So that's how he passed me. He just beat me seriously through just slaying. So that's how he got me. Like he beat me through Slayer. So the thing is, I'm second highest, but our numbers are so different. We both reached 120. He reached 120 when I was at 113. When they shifted and added the next 150, my 120 dropped back down to 118. His 120 jumped to 127. That's our disparity in how much we play. And we have the most play time out of everybody. And I was streaming the game for 6 hours sometimes. Or I was playing 6 hours a day, 3 or 4 hours streaming, 1 or 2 every time the reset happened, just to get my stuff. And that's before Ascension. Just playing. I used to play that much. Because, like I said, my tactic was leveling up the gear through playing to find out how good it felt. So that's the only difference. Yeah, you can't tell anymore. And I think, but you can. Once they're level 21 or better, they're a new person. Fact. Below that, there's another way you tell. If you're playing a game and you're playing with live people and you're watching a level 17, he keeps running in with the live people and he's trying to shoot stuff and he's breaking off, he's primaling, you can also tell. Bots don't play exactly like that. Only people do. And the fact that they stay with live players and they're running around with them, that's how you know it's not a bot. That I can tell by the way people play. There's a guy who was playing who was like a level 15, level 16 earlier in the beta. And I didn't want to fight him, right? Because I knew that person was new and I wasn't trying to kill him. And I was just trying to do my stuff, but I would literally run away from them and they would chase me. So I'd kill them. And they did that like 5 times. So after like the 5th time, I just hunted him down and killed him so he could stay the hell away from me, because it was getting super annoying. Because I'm really trying to not mess up your game experience, but you won't leave me alone. So I just started killing him over and over again so he'd go away. But I try not to, and it's not even my playstyle. My playstyle is all objective driven, getting higher score per minute and getting certain objectives off the table so I can win the eventide. I don't hunt players. It's not my thing. I don't care about it. I don't even like PvP at all. I've just designed my builds to be able to protect myself, but I'm not really trying to fight players. That's the truth. Bots are not especially helpful. The thing that's really hard is when you start playing against higher level players, they actually have bots that are so good that you can't tell that they're human. There's a bot I played against. There was 0.15 when it first was released. They had actually the bot IQ on top of them. It was a number between 1 and I believe 20, or 1 and 20, or 1 and 15. If a bot had over 10, they play almost like a human. There's a bot I was playing that was like 10.2, 10.5. The bot would chase me across the screen to kill me. If the bot sensed me or found me on the map, the bot started chasing me. This bot hid in a bush, and I was doing something, popped out as a primal, killed me, transformed back to human, and ran away. And I checked it 4 times because the behavior was so unbot-like. But yeah, they can be that good. They actually can make the AI and the bots play so much like a human, you can't even freaking tell. I checked it 4 times. The first time I found out it was a bot, and as I kept playing it, I checked it 3 more times because I couldn't believe a bot was playing that well. So if they wanted to also put the bot AI numbers on top, you could actually find out how good they are. Any bot that's like 6 plays decent. They actually shoot at things, and they kind of try to get shards and stuff like that. Any bot that's under 5, they are brain dead. They run in so you can get pentakills. They run around stuff. They don't go anywhere. They just mill around places. There'll be a person there. They're a primal that's in the enemy team. They won't do anything to it. Those are like 5 and below. So 6 through under 10, they're kind of decent. They don't completely suck. They'll shoot at players and kill them. At 10, they have their own damn personalities and are mean. Real mean. And if they're a sniper bot, they're the worst because they just make sure they kill you automatically, especially when they had supervision and could see through the dark. It was super annoying. So that's the key with that. I'm going to get off Ascension, and then I'm going to move on to loadout.